Hi everyone. Today we'll see life cycle of S3. In previous section, we covered different types of storage classes, when to use which one. So if you know those concepts, then we can good to go life cycle of S3. How to create? That means initially if you upload a file in S3 standard, after 30 days you want to move to another S3 standard. Why? Because this whole thing will be depend on the pricing. I will explain also S3 pricing, how it will be, calculation will be there, and we'll see how the life cycle, how to create the life cycle of S3. Okay, then let me navigate to Chrome. Okay, this is my S3. If you don't know how to open, go and click here, type S3, just simple storage service. Okay, it is, my region is Asia Pacific. If you want to create in one more bucket, you can create. Either I will use the same bucket now. Already I have a bucket, so in this bucket I will upload a file. Okay, just for your information, just I uploaded one file to my S3 bucket. Okay, when you click the next, so you can give the manage users. Right now you are the owner, so if you want to access the public permission, right now I don't want to give, go for next. If you see here in the previous section, explain the storage classes like standard availability zone is greater than 3, minimum storage, there is no limitations for standard, it will be there greater than 3. If you have the different thing, initially you need to create in your particular file in S3 standard, then it will move to different types of storage classes depend on your life cycle. You can provide the encryption also, and if you want to give any metadata, the content type also you can provide. Now click next, upload. Here what we have, what happened now, just you uploaded a file in S3 standard. Now you need to create a life cycle. Okay, June 6th, after July 6th you want to move this file to another storage class without your intervention. How to create that life cycle? Here properties, you know, S3 versioning we already covered, and permissions you can give the access. We can explain the bucket policy, access control list in the later sessions. Click on the management. If you go for the management, basically mostly we'll use the life cycle and the replication. This for the analytics purpose we will use. We'll click on the life cycle, click add life cycle rule. You need to create rules. Okay, you can type the rule number 1, life cycle underscore life cycle 1. Just I am giving some name. Here if you see, choose a rule scope, there is a limit the scope to specific prefix or the tag. That means suppose in your S3 bucket all transaction statements are uploaded, so this transaction there is a prefix is transaction underscore customer ID, like that, like 100 customer transactions are uploaded in your S3 bucket. So which files you want to move to another storage class? So here you can provide starting with TRANS, just enter. That what will, starting with the transaction, these all files will move to another storage class. That is one requirement. You want to store what are the files is available in your S3 bucket to another bucket or another standard class, then you need to click apply to all objects in the bucket. Okay, and click next. And there is a storage class transition. You know the versioning I already explained. Right now in my bucket versioning is not there. What I will do, the bucket what are the files are available in your S3, click here, so you can add your translation, you can add your transition, current version of objects. Suppose you have 10 files, these 10 files you want to move after 30 days to infrequent access data. What you will do, click on add transition. Here we have a transitions. Initially it will be there in which you want to move to, here you can't. Why? Because you should be there in standard, then it will move to after 30 days. This is the minimum. If you given as a 5, it will throw the exception. Minimum 30 days is required before transitioning to standard IS storage, so I given as a 30. Infrequent access data, what I want to do, after 1 year I want to move to one more one zone intelligent tier. After 60 days it will move to here. After this one it will decide the file it will go to which storage class. Why? Because intelligent tiering internally using the machine learning. The machine learning will happen on your S3 bucket monthly. Once this is happen, it will decide. After 30 days still you want to go to another transition, click here, you can move to the glacier. After 90 days only you can move. So it is asking just acknowledge. Really these objects are infrequently, maybe after 10 years you want to access the data, then this is the best option. You can move. Deep archiving after 90 days, click here. Still you want to add, still we don't have any storage classes, click next. And here one more, configure expiration. That means from the current version, if you upload today, you upload the object, so you want to after some days after if you given as a 30, it will enter an integer value greater than or equal to 91. So after 90 days you want to delete automatically expire. That means you can't retrieve the data, it will be the expiry current version of the object. And there is configure expiration. There is one more, clean up expired object, delete markers and incomplete multi-part uploads. In previously we uploaded an object, if you delete the original object, in the versioning we saw delete marker. So those type of files, after how many days you want to clean up, that means permanently delete from the S3 bucket. So you can configure here, clean up after incomplete multi-part upload. That means you are uploading a 1 GB file to the S3 bucket, but it is uploaded only some data is not uploaded. So incomplete files, if anything is available, those type of files you can remove after 7 days. This is a minimum. If you see, after today you uploaded, you want to clean up by tomorrow, you can clean these type of files. Okay, you can give as a 0, it won't take greater than 1. Okay, after some days if you want to clean, you can do. If I given as a 100, how many days you want to go, you can clean. That means your storage space will be a decrease, so the price will be a less. Click on next. The rule applies to all objects in the bucket. That means still it is asking the acknowledgement from you. Click acknowledge and save. See, your life cycle is created by the whole object. So if you see the transition, first standard S3 standard, then it will go to the 1A, then intelligent tiering, then glacier deep archive, then expire. After moving to glacier deep archive, if you want to expire after few days, you can. That means after 7 years, after 5 years, after 10 years you want to expire, you can do these actions. This is the way you can create the life cycle of your S3 bucket. Okay, you want to create one more rule for the previous versions, still you can create in the same way. So this is the topic of the life cycle of S3. Just go through what are the storage classes available, when to use which one, then create and practice this one just one time. This is very simple service, nothing like data science to learn these things. Okay, this is very simple UI, you can learn very easily. And I will see in the next section how pricing it will be there in Amazon. I will explain about S3 pricing. Thank you guys. Please subscribe our channel to get more updates.